Hello everyone and welcome back. With this video we are officially launching the new sailing season of 2022. But before I tell you where we will be sailing this year and why, here a throwback to our last sail in 2021, which was probably the most intensive sail we ever had.
Finally a longer crossing again.
I don't know if I would say finally, but yeah.
Yeah, quite some time that we did some real sailing with all the mast repairs and everything that happened. Check out the video, crazy one. And we are off to St. Martin.
Woo! 500 nautical miles, hopefully not totally against the wind.
Probably.
Die Sonne schaut so zart aus.
Squalls around us. Woohoo, I can barely see.
Was ist der Wind? Das ist rum, oder?
30 knots. 28 knots. Blue skies afterwards.
I'm wet.
When I'm with you, I feel like I'm inside a rainbow. When I'm with you, I feel like I'm inside a rainbow. I can see the sky.
That was a good welcoming
Oh wow.
to this leg. First squall and last one for the whole ride.
Wouldn't that be amazing? We are currently sailing along the coast of Curacao. The weather is still pretty amazing for what we know normally here. The waves are almost not here. The wind is about 10 knots coming from southeast currently, but we cannot be really sure yet. We'll have to wait to go to the end of Curacao, turn around the tip, and then we will see what awaits us for this first day of sailing.
I can see the tip! Woo!
How is it looking?
Soon sails up.
Yeah,
Wind is going up a bit because there's a squall coming again. And if we're lucky, we make it over the tip before the squall arrives. Let's see.
heavy wind tip.
Heavy wind chip time. Rainbow!
Rainbow!
I feel like I'm inside a rainbow.
Peacefulness. Good, a good start.
So far, very nice.
Very nice. Not too much wind, which means we're pretty going slowly, but we're around 2 3.7. But yeah, normally we make around 3 knots, so yeah. Not the quickest, but at least a easy start and not too rough. The sea is amazing. Unfortunately, very soon the situation changed and the wind picked up to 20-25 knots, giving us a first impression of how this sail was going to be. We spent the next 5 days hoping for the wind to change, fooled by a weather forecast who constantly predicted a wind change in 12 hours. Unfortunately, whenever we downloaded the weather report, the wind shift was postponed for another 12 hours. So we just had to work with what we had.
We are a bit dead. We had like a terrible night. Our head sail unfurled. It was like 30 to 40 knot squall. So we had to get it down. It's walking forward, pulling it down while the wind blows it up. It was super exhausting. So we lost mostly all our energy and then didn't sleep much. Oh, our wind generator. So while it happened, a Genoa sheet was flapping heavily. Went against the shrouds and the line for our flag, and the flag line loosened, went back and directly into our super wind. And obviously it's much harder fighting against the waves and the wind than sailing downwind. 2 times we switched on the motor just to get a bit eastwards, because the wind is so much pointing north that we are ending up somewhere in Puerto Rico instead of St. Martin. First mile!
Oh, nice
And
one
a
too.
big one! It was amazing. Just when we wanted to take up the sails again to go north, we heard the reel.
Zing!
Rough days. We had some good night, more or less, followed by a lot of squalls. But the wind turned and we finally have somewhat-ish good direction to our goal, not completely. We're still going to BBI, but it is better than before. We're doing good, so.
The more we got north, the more the waves and the winds calmed down, and we tried to enjoy the last miles as much as we could. even got ourselves a shower day, which was definitely needed after 4 days at sea. We have just crossed the 100 nautical miles mark, which means we're getting closer and closer to San Martin, and this is probably and hopefully our last sunset here on Fortuna for this trip. Is it? Yeah, so tomorrow at lunch or in the afternoon or hopefully late evening latest we will be in San Martin. We actually have finally seen land, but it's St. Croix from the USVI, so we are rather scared and happy right now because there are a lot of stories around those waters. If you are not an American boat or any boat that has been pre-conducted down to that, you get really high fines if you enter their marine waters, the marine territory. So we're trying to stay far away as possible. We have heard fines up to $10,000, so we definitely don't want to incur in that one. But yeah, last sunset hopefully for this trip, and now we're going to sleep and hope for a really chilled night. We're currently motoring to stay away from St. Croix, and so we're going as much south as possible, then we hopefully can go on sailing again. And on a beautiful day with no wind and no waves, we finally entered San Martin, where our adventures for this new year will begin. But where will we be sailing from here? Well, the last year was a little bit weird for us. I guess 2020 and 2021 was weird for a lot of people, but in our case it was not only due to the global pandemic. In February 2021, our 2-year plan actually ended, meaning that when we started this whole journey on Fortuna, we actually had outlined a rough 2-year plan. Sailing in the Med, crossing the Atlantic, sailing in the Caribbean for a few months. And that's what we actually had the luck to do. We were and we're still very, very grateful to have been able to live these 2 years and to go on so many adventures. And the uncertainties that had developed during these 2 years in the world definitely showed us that we want to go on with our life at sea, and being a liveaboard had a lot of advantages before this mess and definitely has a lot more right now. But all these uncertainties also made it very, very difficult for us to plan anything ahead and to set ourselves a new destination. So 2021 kind of went by without really a clear plan and without any final destination. We changed islands whenever we had the chance, whenever regulations allowed us to change islands, and we took most of the time to work on Fortuna to do a lot of boat works, which we're now very happy to have, but then somehow 2021 just ended. As spontaneous as 2021 was, it also kind of felt a little bit aimless, and I believe that in the end we were not able to explore as much as we would have loved. So this year we decided it is time to draw up a plan again and explore the hell out of the Caribbean. And that's exactly what we're going to do. From San Martin, we will be sailing to the BVI, the British Virgin Islands, where we hope to meet some pirates. Then we will move on to the Dominican Republic, where I very, very, very much hope to meet an amazing amount of whales. And then we will move on to the Bahamas, which will be our main destination for this year, where Michael especially hopes to meet a lot of lobsters. By the time we will have finished exploring the Bahamas, hurricane season will be up on us again, and we will have 3 different routes to take into account. One is going back to the Med and Europe. One is going further west, so to Cuba and then Mexico, and then who knows. Or actually moving more back to the west and going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There is also a third option: we might just run out of money and have to sell for tuna in the Bahamas. We strongly hope this is not the case. If you want to help us out here, we just launched our Stay Salty collection of t-shirts, or you can become one of our patrons and support our daily creation of content on Instagram and our creation of videos here on YouTube. What exactly will be our decision will unfold during 2022, so make sure to hit that subscribe button to don't miss out where this journey will take us. I hope you liked this episode. We're super stoked for all the amazing adventures we hopefully have ahead of us this year. There will be definitely a lot of freediving. One of our main goals this year is to do a lot of freediving and to show you the best freediving spots in the Caribbean. So make sure to not miss out of that. As always, it has been amazing to have you here. I hope to see you again in 2 weeks. And have a great day. Bye!